سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه.
Assalamu alaikum viewers, and welcome to episode 2 of the Furaha Festival talk show Game On. Today's topic will be centered around brotherhood and building lifelong relationships at our sports festivals. I am your host for today, Aleem Moledina, and my guest for today's show is Alhaj Ibrahim Bhai Jafar, current trustee of Africa Federation and a member of the Furaha Sports Festival Organizing Committee. Born in Mombasa, Ibrahim Bhai has also been a past committee member, vice chairman and trustee of Saj Nairobi Jamaat, and a very, very avid sportsman indeed. A proud father of 5, 4 of whom are already married, mashallah, and a grandfather to 1, as well as a very successful businessman. I would now like to take this opportunity to pick Ibrahim Uncle's brains. Without further ado, Ibrahim Uncle, game on.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me for the show. I hope you have a good festival, and inshallah I'll try and answer the questions the best I can.
I'll keep it short and simple. So Ibrahim Uncle, tell us about the first festival that you attended and your experience at that festival.
According to me, the first festival was actually planned for 1984, but then I think the vice president of Dar es Salaam had passed away and the festival was cancelled.
Oh, okay.
And in 85, the festival was moved to Mombasa.
Okay.
And that was, I think, the first festival I played.
Okay, mashallah.
I played volleyball and cricket at that time, because golf was not a priority.
True. Yeah. Good. What were your experiences at that first festival?
There were many. At that time, it was only East Africa. We had teams from mostly Dar es Salaam, Nairobi, Mombasa, Arusha, and the volleyball was the main game, and cricket.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So in 86, in 87, I think I was the volleyball captain for Mombasa. I'm not sure if it was 85 or 87. I was a volleyball captain for Mombasa.
Yeah.
And at that time the festival was played in Dar es Salaam.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, my experience of the sports festival has been very good. I have made a lot of good friends during the festival, and some of them are my good friends still today.
Mashallah, that's very good. Very good to know. Okay. And further to that first experience that you had, what drove you to attend other festivals after that? Was it just the building of the friendship, or was it also, of course, the love of the sport? Any other things that drove you to go to other festivals?
The love of the sports has always been there, but my priority has always been brotherhood. I always like to create friendship with people, brotherhood. I want to know where they are coming from, which families they come from.
True.
Because you never know, life is so short. You can travel around the world and meet them. At least you get to know them.
True.
And there are a lot of more advantages in making new friends than the sports itself.
Absolutely. Very true. And I remember a few years ago when I was secretary of the Jamaat, and you were a trustee at that time along with my late father. You mentioned to me some very wise words during one of our Ramadan sports festivals that was held, that sports in the community is one of the most major avenues to create unity and foster brotherhood in our Jamaats. So for the benefit of our viewers who are watching today, kindly share some of these words of wisdom with us and explain to the viewership how these kind of festivals bring about unity and brotherhood in our communities.
A festival for me, the sports festival for me, has worked wonders in my life, in my current life, in the past, in my business, in terms of my family. Because I met a few friends, one friend in particular whom I met in Mombasa. We didn't even know each other. He was just standing on the side of the road, and we just gave him a lift to go to the club. And on the way we passed to one of the pan shops and had juice and bought the pan. And our friendship has grown in such a way that in 1986 he played a major role in actually selecting the wife. My wife,
Oh, mashallah.
yeah, is from their side. I mean, he knows that family very well.
Okay.
And slowly, the life in Mombasa was very slow.
Yes, yes, yes.
And he has always been there for me. His name is Shabir Damji, who is currently the chairman of Dubai Jamaat.
Oh, mashallah. Okay.
And he called me to Dar.
Yeah.
And the concept of business, because it's not there in our family,
Yes.
I actually learned in Dar es Salaam.
Mashallah.
He taught me how the business, how to do business and how to, you know, at that time Dar es Salaam was known
Yes.
for
correct.
business.
Yes.
So I think my marriage, I would credit to him, give credit to him that he was responsible. He was partly there for the marriage and my business, giving me the ideas. And Alhamdulillah, today I am where I am.
Alhamdulillah.
Big thank you to him because he's played a big role in my life.
So no doubt, some of the friendships that you make and people that you meet at these festivals can, you know, basically shape your life, as you're saying. You know, how many festivals in total have you been to over the years?
I'm not sure, but I think about 5 or 6.
Mashallah. Okay. Very
5
good.
or 6 festivals. Few of them I missed,
Okay.
but the friendships that have developed during the festival, like most of the Songea team,
Yes.
volleyball, most of the sportsmen in Dar es Salaam,
Yeah.
you know, one way or the other, they know me. When I go to Dar,
Absolutely.
probably I've forgotten their names or they've forgotten my name, but at least we know each other, that we have been meeting in the sports festival.
Yeah.
And so for me, the sports festival has played a major role in shaping my life.
Absolutely.
Like the team of Songea,
Yeah.
who are still there. Maybe their children are playing volleyball,
Correct. True. Correct.
but still they know me also.
Yes, absolutely. And you see, viewers, from what Ibrahim Uncle has said, I hope all the players from the countries that he has mentioned, Dubai, Songea, Dar es Salaam, are all watching, and we look forward to seeing you here in Nairobi later. What do you feel that now, you know, as you're saying, you have attended festivals since the 80s. That's been over 30 years ago from now, since 84, 85, when you said you came first. There must have been a lot of changes that have occurred over the years. So what do you feel, in your opinion, are the improvements that we can make moving forward? There must have been quite a few improvements that have come throughout the 30 years, but what do you feel are the improvements that we can make to move forward for future festivals as well, not only the coming one?
I think the sports festival should be advertised more, and we should be getting together at least annually, whereby our youths, because the new generation, I think most of the time they know each other mostly on Facebook, maybe on WhatsApp.
Correct.
But the sports festival is a place where they can meet each other.
Yes.
They know each other, you know, the family relationships, the bonding are created during that time.
Yeah.
I don't know, mostly it's to do with the new generation.
Yeah.
The sports have changed also. Golf has come in. It's a very different, we never had golf during those times. I think
Correct.
golf has come in the last,
Maybe 10, 15 years.
no, I think maybe even less. So it has played, especially in the youths. The youths of today are quite secluded. They are not getting involved with our communities outside.
Yes.
They are stuck to their own town.
Yeah.
They are not getting any contacts from other towns, you know, Dar es Salaam, or maybe I hear Orlando is coming, or maybe Toronto is coming, or maybe Stanmore is coming.
Correct.
So they need to mingle with these people.
Yes, yes.
Because a lot of times they travel.
Yeah.
The youths travel more.
Yes.
So at least when they travel, they get to know each other. They meet each other in the mosque.
True.
And sports has always been the platform of meeting.
Yeah.
It's a platform for brotherhood.
Correct.
I think if we maintain that, our life a lot of changes can come to our lives.
True. I agree with you. And so basically, to summarize it for even future festivals, you're trying to say that the festival should be more, one, globalized. So we have, in the past or traditionally it's been either festivals of North America or either Africa
East Africa,
Federation or East Africa. So one, you're saying we globalize them more. Two, you're saying that we should have it more frequent in the sense that have it annually rather than biannually or triannually, correct?
Yes. Correct.
So I hope all those who are intending to host festivals and all the federations, etc., are listening and taking your advice. Over the years, what different sports have you participated in the festival, from the first one that you attended up to the last one? I think that was held recently. And what sports do you intend to play at this year's Furaha Sports Festival 2017?
My main interest at that time when we were growing up, it was volleyball, football, tennis and cricket. Cricket was not my main game, though I represented Mombasa, I think if I'm not mistaken in '87.
Okay.
And I was awarded the I got the best man's award.
Mashallah.
And then over the years I stuck to volleyball, mostly volleyball.
Yes.
But then as time went on, I think I missed a couple of festivals in the middle. Then I started playing golf, and even in Dubai,
Yes.
we played golf. And inshallah, this year,
Yeah.
I'm intending to play golf only.
Only, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I can see that you've played in various sports, so I think it's time now that you can choose and decide what you want to play and what you don't want to play. Graham Uncle, based on your vast experience of all the festivals and that you have attended and all the different sports that you have played, what is the benefits, okay, that people get or the youth get from not only participating in sports festivals, but in general taking up sports as a hobby, or for that matter even as a profession?
I've always encouraged youths. I've always encouraged even my own children. I've always believed that playing sports keeps us away from a lot of vices. You know, we waste a lot of time in all these bad activities that we do at night. And sports has always been something that keeps you away from the vices. You tend to build a friendship around sports because you know who is playing which kind of sports. So your variety of friends also increase because there are some who play football,
Yes.
some who are playing golf.
Correct.
So you know, and you get to know more people. And as when you travel to other parts of the world, I think sports has always been, people recognize you.
Correct.
People would know you, that he's playing volleyball, so probably they'll invite you, or if you're a golfer, they'll invite you in golf. So that's how life
Yeah,
is.
so basically, it keeps the youth active and involved in activities that keeps them away from the vices that are there all around in today's world, correct? And keeps them, of course, health is a no-brainer.
There's one more point which I'd like to mention also. Most of the youths today are either stuck at home or in the business premises, or maybe they are working, or most of the time on their computers.
And phones and devices.
So,
and
yeah,
everything.
so I think sports usually takes them out from their comfort zone.
Yes.
You know, and they tend to meet people, and what we are at the moment experiencing in most of the jamaats is the youths are just stuck to their own cocoons, meaning their own friends. By having a sports festival, our youths are getting exposed outside.
Yeah.
They see a different lifestyle.
Correct.
They meet new people. And I've always believed, I think that's very good for our youths at the moment.
Yes, absolutely. Without a doubt, I've also experienced the same thing, in my sporting life. Finally, Ibrahim Uncle, kindly leave our viewers with a piece of advice to every participant and every team that will be coming to Furaha Festival 2017. Something that they can take back with, and the essence that we want to push forward for this festival.
I think my only advice to the youths or those participating in this sports festival is to humbly feel that the important thing in our festival is brotherhood, I think a lot of time and issues that come up regarding who wins the game or who has lost, or we have to win at any cost. Sometimes, we even quarrel on the line calls. I think if we avoid that, we will increase our brotherhood. We'll make more friends.
Yes.
Because many times I've noticed is the festival, I think, has created, sometimes it creates animosity. Because a team lost because of the other team did not play fair.
Yeah.
But I think this time we want to concentrate more on the brotherhood and play fair.
Yes.
I don't think really winning and losing really matters at this time. Because we are getting to meet people.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have lost, we have lost. I mean, there's nothing to quarrel about.
Absolutely.
And it should be fair.
Totally understand. Yeah. I agree with your point that, winning and losing is not everything. And, the brotherhood is the most important thing. As you said, but it's an argument that sometimes comes up, and the point that you have raised is an argument that comes up against sports festivals, that sometimes it becomes a bit too competitive, a bit too aggressive, because sportsmen being sportsmen like myself and yourself, sometimes in the heat of the moment on the court or on the pitch, you tend to, sometimes words are spoken, or various things happen in the heat of the moment, and I think that's what we need to, if I get correctly from what you're saying, is we need to sort of tone that down, not losing the essence of the sport, but increasing the essence of the brotherhood. Correct?
Yes, very true. What happens is most of the time, let's say we are playing volleyball.
Yes.
And an issue happens. I think those small petty issues can be sorted there and then. Once you are out of the volleyball court, the friendship and the brotherhood remains.
Yes.
Whatever happens on the court or on the cricket field or on the golf course should be left there, and we should carry on with our lives. It should not affect our brotherhood.
Absolutely. So for our viewers, if I can sum it up in a nutshell, is that what Ibrahim Uncle is trying to say is that make sure that your brotherhood and unity is stronger when you come off the court or come off the pitch than what it was when you come on. Correct? On a parting note, Ibrahim Uncle, we last hosted and organized the Amani Sports Festival here in Nairobi back in 2008, and many were of the opinion that it was the best festival ever, including breaking records in terms of numbers of participants and various other aspects. Being on the organizing committee for the Furaha Festival 2017, kindly give us and the viewers a snapshot of why you think this will be even bigger and better than ever before.
I think we'll leave that as a surprise for everyone. But I can assure you, Nairobi is known.
Yes, absolutely.
For the hospitality.
Yes.
For the food.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, our venues are very good.
Correct.
And the rest will be a surprise.
I'm sure, this will be the festival to beat all festivals, and all records will be shattered. Well, viewers, you've heard it from the man himself. So make sure you don't miss this one. That's it for today. Stay tuned for episode 3 of Game On. Coming soon. Watch this space. We look forward to seeing you all here in Nairobi in December, inshallah. On behalf of Ibrahim Uncle, first and foremost, I would like to thank you for being our guest today. And on behalf of yourself, myself, and everyone here in Nairobi, take care, train hard, and fi amanillah.